Okay, so what I would like to do this time is show you guys a few tips that I wish I knew when I started the game. Um, Things that just might make things a little easier for you. Yeah, but so here are my 5 beginner tips. I'll hopefully make this game more enjoyable for you, less confusing maybe. Okay, did you like that transition? And I'm kind of learning how to edit as I go, but I really like that one. Anyway, tip number 1. See these power armor chassis? You say you got multiple, and how do you tell which one has what pieces? Oh no, that's an empty one. Now I gotta go through and I gotta click the next one. Nope, that one's empty too. Yeah, it gets a little irritating when you have multiple. So what I like to do is I like to go in here, highlight the chassis that I want to switch, and I click R3, I can inspect it. Then I can click the mouse pad, the push pad on the PS4 controller to rename it. Then you can name it something like, say I wanted T60 power armor, so I'll name this one T60 power armor. And I like capitals, so I'm going to do capitals. But then, right after, so that's done. Okay, now I know, hey, this one's my T60. I don't have to search for it in my stash or in my inventory, whatever. It makes it a lot easier when you're sorting through multiple different chassis like this. Yeah, that's tip number 1. Okay, now tip number 2. There's a lot of things that you can pick up in this game. A lot of junk items that you can get, and you don't really know what they give you until after you pick it up. But say you're like missing something, like hold on, we'll go in here. Oh, not scrap. We'll go to craft. Say I wanted to make this salvaged Assaultron head, but I'm missing my scrap Assaultron head. I can click R3 down in the bottom, and it'll tag it for search. And now, if I come across an item that has that component in it, it'll have a little magnifying glass right next to it. Uh-oh, that's not good. Like, when you go to pick it up, like, you see that, like, it highlights it, the Red Rocket Power Armor Station, it would have a magnifying glass on the right of the name, so oh hey, this has some kind of component that I need. I grab it. The other way you can tag items for search like that, this way requires that you actually have the item, but you can take, let's say circuits, and what else? I just had something else that I accidentally untargeted, but we'll just go with scrap or circuits. So then you can come over here to your junk tab under your items, and you can click R1 for component view, and then wrong button. Click R1 for component view, and it shows you circuits, and you can click X to tag circuitry or circuits for search, like that. But that also, in order to unselect it, you would have to actually have one in your inventory, and then come back in and unselect it. So yeah, I guess that's it for tip number 2. Make things easier for you to, when you're just running around searching for different junk, that'll make it easier to find what junk you specifically need. Okay, now we're on to tip number 3. And my tip number 3 is build a farm, any kind of farm. Like I got corn here. See, and preferably next to a water source. Like have your base next to a water source of any kind. Anything deep enough that you can collect dirty water from it. And then have your corn. And what you want to do, see, because if you have the corn, you have the dirty water, you can come in here to a cooking station, right? And craft. What you do, you go to drinks, and you can make boiled water with your dirty water and your wood, and then you use the boiled water to make corn soup with your corn. And the reason this is good is because soup fills both your food and your water levels. So food isn't, at early stages, is not the easiest thing to come by. But if you make soup like this, you can just fill both your food and your water at the same time. You never have to have meat or worry about running out of meat or if it spoils. And you just have a constant supply of corn and water so you can make your corn soup. And then you'll never have to worry about food or water even ever again. Okay, tip number 4. Now, in my experience, water goes away faster than food. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but that's just been my experience. So I like to have this water purifier, and you can put the water purifier anywhere. It doesn't have to be in water. Then you connect it to a generator. And in order to connect it, you go into your build, you click circle to switch to modify, and then you can click triangle to attach a wire, and you attach it to the water purifier. But then, you see I got a couple of them. But then it'll make purified water for you. And the good news about the purified water is you don't get rads when you drink it. And if you don't need any food, then you can save your soup and you just drink the water. And then you won't have to worry about finding purified water. You can just collect it whenever you need it. Like I have, 2. You can have more than that. That's just what I have. But yeah. Okay, now for the final tip. Tip number 5 is all about workshops. Now you can come over to a low-level workshop like this one here, the junkyard. There's also, the Poseidon Energy plant yard. This one is my favorite. It's nice and easy. What you want to do is you come over here. It'll trigger. Hold on, come on. Make me a liar. Okay, so workshop cannot be claimed when enemies survive. What you're going to want to do is you clear out all the enemies. Oop. Usually a couple of level 1 Eyebots, level 5 Protectrons is usually what's guarding it when you come over to clear it out. Like that guy. And they offer you some junk. You get some steel, lead. You're going to want to clear... there's usually a couple ticks too. You want to clear out all the enemies around here. Usually you get some kind of map indicator. Like some kind of mission for it. But I'm not getting one of those. And there's usually an enemy... Oop. There's usually one in the house too. When you first get over here. Oh, yeah. That's usually on level 8. Cool. But once you clean out all the enemies, where are you? Let's see if I got them all. Since I'm not getting any notification, like you're supposed to. Oh yeah. So then you come over, you claim this workshop. Spend a little bit of caps to do it. And you sit here, you wait for the claiming to finish up at the top, the bar. And the reason this is good for beginners is you get some, it triggers an event, and it'll continue to trigger events where you got to defend it. And then you can get early XP for not very many, Hey look, quest completed. It didn't even show me the quest, but I did it. And then you can do the events that pop up here, or wherever you have your workshop. This is just the easiest one. You get some plans, some XP, some junk. I already knew that plan. And then, if you give it a minute or two, it'll trigger an event where you have to defend it. Usually what you have to defend it from is like mongrels, mole rats, you know, little enemies, little newbie enemies, so you can come in, easily defend it, and then you'll get the XP from the event, and it'll just, and as long as you're on, as long as you have control of it, it'll continuously do events like that every so often. And when you come here, you claim it, you're allowed to build here, so you can put up turrets or whatever you have available. Like, whoop, come on, thank you. Just something up to defend it. So hopefully these will help you kill the enemies that spawn. Then it'll make it even easier for you. But it's just an easy way to get some XP, some plans, some junk. Yeah. I think that's about it. I think I covered it, but I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, now those are my 5 tips for beginners. Hopefully you liked them. I mean, if you liked the video, click that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Post a comment if you have any suggestions for me and stuff you'd like to see. You know, I always enjoy hearing from you guys. I also do a Twitch stream, usually every night about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come over and chat with me and ask for specific things that you would like to see on my channel, go ahead. I have a link to my Twitch in the description below. And I hope I see you guys in the next one.